My dear viewers, this is a new edition of Africa Today. My name is Aman Mukhtar. We started from Cairo, as Cairo hosted a tripartite meeting of Libya's neighbors. The meeting have gathered foreign ministers from Egypt, Algeria and Tunisia to discuss the latest developments in Libya. Details in the following report.
Minister of Foreign Affairs, Immigration and Egyptian Expatriates Badr Abdelati hosted on Saturday a meeting of the tripartite mechanism of Libya's neighboring countries. The meeting was attended by Algeria's Minister of Foreign Affairs and National Community Abroad, Ahmed Attaf, and Tunisia's Foreign Minister Mohammed Ali Nafti. The conferees discussed the situation in Libya and coordinated their views in light of the fragile security situation in western Libya. They expressed shared commitment to exchanging perspectives and assessments to help support Libya during this critical phase. Abdelati stressed the priority that the Libyan file represents for the national security of Egypt, Algeria and Tunisia as direct neighbors. He reaffirmed support for efforts to launch a political process to resolve the crisis in Libya. He outlined Cairo's stance, which advocates for a Libyan-led solution free from external dictations or interference, while also respecting the role of Libya's national institutions and aiming to hold simultaneous presidential and parliamentary elections. He underscored the importance of respecting Libya's unity and territorial integrity, keeping it free from foreign interference, and supporting UN efforts to engage with all segments of the Libyan people. He called for concrete international efforts to implement UN resolutions related to the withdrawal of all foreign forces, mercenaries and foreign fighters from Libya to help restore security and stability. Regarding recent developments in the Libyan capital Tripoli, the three sides agreed on the importance of preserving security and stability throughout Libya. They emphasized safeguarding Libya's national resources and institutions, respecting its unity and territorial integrity, and upholding peacefulness while rejecting violence. The tripartite mechanism between Egypt, Algeria and Tunisia was launched in 2017 but halted in 2019. The latest meeting in Cairo marks a revival of the mechanism, reflecting the three countries' commitment to supporting security and stability in neighboring Libya.
Well, to shed more light on this, we have the pleasure to have with us over the phone our dear guest, Her Excellency Ambassador Sou'd Shalaby, former Assistant Foreign Minister. Good afternoon, Your Excellency.
Good afternoon.
Ambassador Shalaby, how do you see the timing of the meeting on Libya?
Of course, Libya is a very important country because of the borders. Our western borders are sharing the Libyan borders. So what happened in Libya 2 weeks ago was very crucial, that the countries friendly of Egypt, of Libya, should get together. That is why the Foreign Minister of Egypt, Dr. Badr Abdelati, held a meeting in Cairo for Egypt, Algeria and Tunisia, in order to save what is happening in Libya, and also to focus on the evolving situation and the fragility of the country from both sides, from all sides, from our side, like the borders of Egypt, the borders of Algeria, the borders of Tunisia. So the three countries are mainly concerned with the stability and the security of the country Libya.
Yes, Your Excellency Ambassador Shalaby, how have the events in Libya impacted the neighboring countries?
Yes, of course, it is very important to secure our borders, and this cannot happen except when the security and the stability of Libya is consolidated. And that is why the three countries got together, and they have coordinated to discuss the situation, and they share the same desire to assess and to support Libya in this critical time, because it is crucial that the situation is continuing to be unstable, and this is very difficult and very insecure for the neighbors of Libya. That is why the Cairo meeting was very important to be held very urgently.
Yes, Your Excellency Ambassador Shalaby, how do you see the reasons for the latest unrest in western Libya?
As you know, Egypt, Algeria, and Tunisia have a historical ties between them. And there are many human connections, and they have interests between the three countries. So the most important thing that happened recently is, of course, the situation is unstable, and the people are not, they don't have confidence in their government, and there are three leaders that are ruling Libya now, and that is why Libya has to decide on a political process that has to be from within Libya. So there has to be Libyan discussion or contacts between the Libyan government, the three governments together. They have to ensure this stability and security in order to ensure the national security of the whole country, Libya, and not to have it divided, the west and the east and the south. So there has to be mediation between these three countries and Libya in order to support the Libyan solution, which takes in consideration no external interference, to rule out any external interference. And that is why, because Libya is a rich country, they have oil and gas, and that is why there are many spoilers who are coming in the country to interfere in the territorial integrity of Libya and to interfere in their national wealth. And this is why the three countries are coordinating their positions in order to stop all the external interference in Libya.
Yes, Your Excellency Ambassador Shalaby, the three countries, Egypt, Tunisia and Algeria, have expressed their commitment to help support Libya. In your point of view, what kind of support can be provided for the Libyan side through the latest developments?
First of all, they have to enforce the relevant UN resolutions. First of all, withdrawal of all the foreign forces, the mercenaries, the foreign fighters from Libya, and to have the Libyans choose their own government, and to have Libyan discussions on the future of Libya and how to restore security and stability. So the three countries, represented by the three ministers, they agreed to the importance of maintaining security and stability in all Libyan territories, to safeguard the state's resources, the national institutions, to respect the unity and the integrity of Libya.
Yes. Yes. Your Excellency, Ambassador Shalaby, Cairo have reaffirmed during the meeting of the tripartite mechanism to support the efforts of launching a kind of political process in order to resolve the crisis in Libya. How optimistic are you over the response of all the concerned parties in Libya in order to launch the launching of the political process?
Yes, Egypt has always been introducing initiatives and welcoming all the parties of Libya to come to Cairo to discuss all the problems, and Egypt has mediated with all the different parties in Libya in order to reach an agreement between them. And and I'm sure that Egypt will reach a solution to this crisis, and there will be a commitment to continue working with the regional and the international partners in order to provide assistance and all forms of support to Libya in order to reach security and safety of the people of Libya.
Yes, I thank you very much for your time. Thank you for your valuable information, Your Excellency Ambassador Sou'd Shalaby, former Assistant Foreign Minister. We really had the honor to have this phone on with you. Well, Cairo have reaffirmed its commitment to security and stability in West Africa and the Sahel region. This came during a meeting between Foreign Minister Badr Abdel Ati and his Gambian counterpart in Cairo. The details in the following report.
Minister of Foreign Affairs and Immigration Badr Abdel Ati has reaffirmed that Egypt prioritizes achieving security and stability in West Africa and the Sahel region. He pointed out that Cairo exerts great efforts on this score in light of the consequences of instability in the region on neighboring countries, including Libya and Sudan, as well as the direct impact of that instability on Egypt's national security. In a statement issued Saturday, the Ministry of Foreign Affairs said Abdel Ati had a meeting with his Gambian counterpart, Mamadou Tangara, to mark the 60th anniversary of diplomatic relations between Egypt and Gambia. Abdel Ati voiced keenness on strengthening bilateral cooperation with Gambia in various fields, particularly trade, investment, agriculture, aquaculture, energy, infrastructure development, technical support, and capacity building. He affirmed Egypt's readiness to support Gambia in realizing its development goals. Abdel Ati also praised Gambia's participation in training courses offered by the Egyptian Agency of Partnership for Development EAPD, noting that Gambia has benefited from 78 training courses for 127 trainees over the past 10 years. He also expressed Egypt's readiness to offer further training courses for Gambian professionals. He highlighted the ongoing cooperation between the two countries in education, including the establishment of a center for teaching Arabic to non-native speakers in the Gambia, in partnership with Al-Azhar and the General Secretariat for Arab and Islamic Education in Gambia. He also reviewed scholarships offered by Al-Azhar and the Ministry of Higher Education and Scientific Research for Gambian students, as well as fruitful cooperation in the health sector, including the construction and equipping of an Egyptian hospital in Banjul.
Minister of Civil Aviation said that aviation is a strategic pillar of Africa's integration. He was speaking at the meeting of the Aviation Week 2025 held in Zimbabwe. More in the following report.
Minister of Civil Aviation Sameh Al-Hifni has described civil aviation as a strategic pillar for strengthening economic and cultural integration across Africa. Speaking during the 10th edition of the AFI Aviation Week 2025 held in Zimbabwe, Al-Hifni reaffirmed Egypt's commitment to boosting continental cooperation in air safety, aviation security, infrastructure development and capacity building, all within the framework of the UN Sustainable Development Goals. Al-Hifni said the gathering reflected Africa's shared commitment to advancing its aviation industry and positioning it as a driver of sustainable economic growth. Alongside pilot Amr Sharqawi, head of Egypt's Civil Aviation Authority, the minister took part in a high-level coordinating meeting of African civil aviation directors. It was held with the participation of the African Civil Aviation Commission AFCAC. Discussions focused on sector-wide challenges, including enhancing operational efficiency, aligning with ICAO's strategic goals, and launching new initiatives to boost air safety, improve airport services, and modernize air navigation infrastructure. Delegates also explored feasibility studies and commercial implementation mechanisms for sustainable aviation fuel, SAF, seen as a key tool in reducing aviation's environmental impact.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, with this we come to the end of our episode for today, Africa Today. My name is Aman Mukhtar. Thank you for watching.